Hey guys, this is Gimiko. We are playing Rayman Origins, and guess whose fraps decided not to record the microphone this time? Guess who was an idiot, basically, and kind of had the microphone doing a thing, which is... yeah, and here I was like, that guy does, like, force palm stuff, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, but anyway, the microphone kind of didn't get picked up. I think it's because I might have opened fraps before putting in my headset, which is kind of dumb. But whatever. I decided to... I always do this. I check back at the start at everything, because I never know. Games like this have a tendency to hide things everywhere, and I always think that they're going to hide something at the wall from the very start, because, you know, if you can wall kick, that's the perfect place to hide something. Which is why I do it here as well. I do it every single time, just because. But anyway, this place doesn't exactly have much to do with a desert, but oh man, there is a freaking dude down there who is like a flute worm or something. I have no idea what the hell he actually is. All I know is it does cause some rather nice reflex-based things to happen, and just bounce on dudes, get the hearts. Hearts are of course rather important if you're looking to get good scores here, and now, well, this is the, if you like, difficulty with this level is that it's kind of like the Wiggler in New Super Mario Bros. What was it, World 7-2? Also, totally not a hidden thing up there. What the hell are you talking about? That was so not, like... it was impossible to find. I don't understand why I found that, but I did, and then we had some fun with the bouncing here because it's super bounce and they don't even squash you. It's pretty great. But yeah, this level has a very strong reminder of New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, which is really cool because that Wiggler Train level was actually nice. It was a good fun one. That's what I'm, I guess, trying... yeah, that's what I'm trying to get across. That's it. And also, the dude is very good at tap dancing, apparently. Tinsies are awesome. The one thing that's weird with the Tinsy is that his eyes are different shaped and his nose is big. Well, maybe his nose being big is not very weird, but definitely weirder is the fact of his eyes are different sizes. That's kind of strange. Anyway, there was totally, now that I look at it, there was totally a thing up there which I missed, which will cost me, unfortunately. I honestly thought I was dead here as well, but it turns out I can just about survive. I missed a hell of a lot of the stuff, and I nearly died by getting that heart box thing, but whatever. Yeah, that does unfortunately cost me the thing of the rave time, which is a shame because rave time, I want to see what rave time with this dude is like. Yeah, unfortunate spoilers, I don't get rave time at all in this video because I'm terrible at this game apparently. But yeah, it's well, again, it's like I can't really say that legitimately because this is blind, so it's not as if I know what's happening. Look at his smile is awesome. This Tinsy dude, I can see why Milk would have used him for the entire game until he got a different one. Because, dude, he's awesome. He shoots force palms, he's tiny, he wears a coat, and, you know, everybody who wears coats is officially awesome. There's no one person in this world that isn't awesome when they wear a coat. At least not a coat like that, anyway. And he's green! He might not... well, I mean, the dude himself is kind of greeny-blue, I suppose, but yeah, he's wearing green! That's like the second best colour ever. Why was that guy still, like, popified? Or balloonified, whatever fied you want to call it. Just to sort of proof of concept, those guys don't hurt you actually, they're just there to block the door. It looked as if that one didn't have an eye on it though, so maybe that one you couldn't go back through? It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. You know what else wouldn't surprise me? If there was actually something down there which I didn't know about. But then again, I kind of doubted it. It would be a little bit difficult to hide something down there. Also, totally gonna get that, even though I didn't realize at this point, obviously, that I wasn't gonna be able to get the bonus at the end, so I was like, you know what, I'm going for like absolutely everything possible here, because that's just how we roll. So yeah, managed to get most of the stuff. That dude falls away very quickly, actually. This, I think I sort of tried to touch on this when I did the main unfortunate like lost narrative of this, is that I seem to be doing a lot better. Again, totally not hidden there, but I seem to be doing a lot better at this game than I would expect. Maybe it's harder. I think it's harder than I give it credit for at the moment, or that I'm like showing in the videos, most of it. But I think the main reason why I'm doing so well at this, apart from the fact that the physics feel very, very good, and I tend to feel perfectly in control most of the time, is simply because I seem to be very good on reflex. Also, this right here, this kind of killed me, because yeah, I didn't realize how hard that would be to get. But yeah, I am rather good at reflex playing at the moment. I think maybe that's always sort of been a strong point, maybe. You know, if you look at what I tend to struggle with and what I don't. I'm thinking stuff like the Mario Galaxy 2, and even some of the Mario ROM hack stuff. I tend to do pretty well when it's pure reaction timing type of stuff. Well, it's not even timing, it's just reflex. And yeah, this is how you're supposed to get this, because that just makes sense, that's a lot easier. But yeah, if something relies on reactions, then I tend to do better at it, providing I'm not half asleep. But then even when I'm half asleep, my reactions are not terrible. But this game seems to play very much on being able to react to things that are happening and to just respond in the correct way, which is something I do tend to do better than average, I would like to say. You know, not to try and be braggy or anything, but I generally think that's where my strength lies, is in reactions. I mean, I tend to be alright at puzzles as well, so long as I notice what's going on, but most of the time in levels I just do better at stuff when it's like that. And look at his face is awesome. It's too bad you didn't get enough plums. Like, I was 10 short. Hey, come on, seriously, 10 short. Then again, I did miss a death medal, and I missed quite a lot of lums in some of the other rail sections. So, you know, it's okay. Shouldn't be too difficult to get that one if I do decide to go back for it, but, well, I obviously will decide to go back for it later, but maybe not camera-wise. I don't know. Anyway, we have enough lums, we get the tricky treasure thing. That's gonna be for later, because we have one more level to do first. And, yay! Alright, hey indeed, whatever. No Turning Back is actually a very clever level. I completely sucked at it, but it's very clever nonetheless. So yeah, obligatory check to see if there's anything there. Yeah, we have enough Electoons. I don't know how many Electoons we need, and that is one hell of a fat Electoon down there. But anyway, the idea of this level is that you are automatically guided along like the rails here of Electoons, the pathway, and the momentum's kind of weird. Well, it's not really weird, it's more the fact that you can't like swing and move backwards far enough. If you start going along this, it is, as the level name says, it is no turning back. The idea of this is that you are not able to go to the left again very well. As you can see, that was me pushing all the way to the left there. I have no idea how you're supposed to get that one up there, but you know what, I don't really care, it's not that important. Now, yeah, the whole level is supposed to be done basically in one fell shot, so that's why that happens, and I completely failed this, which is unfortunately where I lose most of the lumps, because I should have been able to get those ones there as well. Kind of wondered what that guy was all about, but he doesn't really seem to do anything, so nuts to him. And then, yeah, see, there's a classic example there of the reaction stuff, because okay, that guy isn't really fatal, but he could have still hit me very easily, and I dodged it on pure reflex. Pretty much. But yeah, you need 175. I was 3 short of getting the Electoons here. That's just That's just a kick in the teeth, like seriously. I mean, come on. 3 away. I definitely have to go back to that level. And yeah, the dude goes pretty far on his jump thing. But yeah, is there any bosses in this game as such? Because there doesn't really seem to be. I mean, there's shooting me softly. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird name. But yeah, there's these, I guess, but these aren't exactly boss levels. They're just Gradius Bug. I mean, Gradius Bug is... I believe he actually was a boss-type character in the first Rayman. I distinctly remember having to fight this guy before you could ride on him. And yeah, controls we already know, so what. The thing about this stage is that the enemies do take quite a lot of hits now. They take a lot more than they used to, and that's sort of... Well, maybe not that they used to, they're just different enemies in the first place. But I seemed to have a lot of a much harder time with this level because of that. And I don't know, maybe you're supposed to use the inhale a bit more, because that would make sense. But the inhale is a bit difficult to use, because when you do an inhale, it sort of screws up your momentum and, well, your movement in general. As you would expect, because the guy has a gigantic fat, like, nose when he inhales, so he wouldn't necessarily be that great at movement after that, you know. And here I sort of derped for a little bit. I thought I had to inhale that guy from before, so I was like, but I think I've screwed this up now and there's no way of going back. However, if you notice down the bottom there is a bongo, like, drum thing, and that actually reflects bullets, which is going to be the main theme of this level from here on out, is that it's a reflection thing. There's a lot of times where you've got to hit stuff and yeah, basically use the reflective properties of the bullets to get all the treasures and whatnot. Like right here. I could have gotten more out of that one down there, and I think that does actually come back to hurt me later. I tried to get some more off of that right there, but it wasn't happening. And now we have the second gimmick of this thing, is these weird face dudes that spawn light and get the bats to go away. I guess they're just dark lumps, really. That's what they look like anyway, but yeah, they are afraid of the smiley face light. And who would not be afraid of the smiley face light? For friggin' hell, it's just... What on earth is going on with that thing? Like, so look at his face! When you hit it, that face is the creepiest thing ever, and seriously, if you're not weirded out by that face, then something has to be wrong with you. Anyway, moving section here, not really very difficult. I mean, as I did say before, I probably will suck at these stages a bit more than I would at, say, Toho, because if it's not on a keyboard. I have no way of getting it on the keyboard either, because it locks into my Xbox pad, so there is literally no way that I can get anything to do with proper keyboard motion here. So I am likely to do worse than you might expect, just because of that. But I think I still do good enough, and yeah, that is what we can say about it. It's not really that hard at the moment. I do expect these to get a lot harder later, and I also obviously see here that stage 3 is going to be, or world 3, sorry, is going to be Icetown. You can actually go through the water here though. The water is background, so that's good. And now, yeah, this is definitely more like it in terms of music, and those orange slices, man, they have freaking eyes that are, like, really crazy. I think you've just got to shoot them to make them move. I can't actually say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And as you can see, the auto-scrolling is getting faster. So, yeah, this is a bit more difficult. Not really much more difficult, because you don't have to worry about colliding with the walls. But you do have to be a little bit careful. Fitting end to the stage, I think. And come on, 348. I was 2 lums short of rave time. Seriously, 2 lums short. How unlucky can you honestly get in one thing? I have been 10 lums short, I've been 3 lums short of getting the bonus, and I've been 2 lums short now. Really? Like, dude, come on, that's just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Whatever, the guy's kinda happy anyway because we given him lots of lums, and we do get all of the Electoons for this stage, which is something. So yeah, Teensy Magic Man is still happy enough. But I was kind of pissed off at that in a way, because, come on, 2 away. So yeah, we have 52 Electoon sets now, and I'm not even going to go and see what the next level is called, because that's just what I'm like. I mean, I looked at the level time, not the time in the video, I thought, you know what, I might as well do this one just now, get it over with. I actually then thought this was a terrible idea, because, see, the first one took me like 8 or 9 tries, and, well, this one probably should have taken me 8 or 9 tries as well, because, yeah, these levels, they're good fun. Especially because of that. Yeah, they're good fun, but they are pretty much memorization, and I was instantly screwed probably in this one right from the start. So yeah, I missed the thing, and that causes me to die. These, I mean, the good thing with these is that they don't punish you so much for dying, which is a damn good job, because that was ridiculous, and I know how to sprint game. Sprinting is not the issue, it's the timing from everything else that's the issue. I actually think maybe there, if I'd have just regular dash jumped instead of attack dash jumped, for lack of a better term. That was also a mistake, by the way. But yeah, if I'd have just regular jumped over that, I'd have been better off. And yeah, as I said, these levels are pretty much based in memorization. So if you're not familiar with the level, then you are going to fail a few times. However, that said, they are still possible on your first go if you are very good. I'm just not good enough with this yet, apparently. But yeah, we're starting to get quite far behind and it starts raining, but you know, the power of the dash attack jump is incredible, and yeah, thanks a lot for showing me that, Milk, because that definitely saved my ass through so much of this. I mean, look at that! It's just incredible distance there. I was a little bit too overzealous with that one. I could have just regular dashed down there and that would have been fine. But yeah, it only took me 4 tries. And considering how much I actually needed to do in that 4th try, I was pretty good. I was pretty impressed with that. Anyway, that is basically a video done. Just needing to, I guess, mess around in the snoring tree and see what we're going to do next time. So, yeah, we're not even going to see what that level is called just because I'm a jerk like that, I don't know. But yeah, this has been GamerCo giving a dude a tooth in Rayman Origins. I'm sorry if this video was kind of a bit lamer because of the lack of live commentary and reactions and stuff, but that's what happens when Fraps doesn't record things. And hey, it's Teensy Man, yay, or Ray Teensy, I don't know. I think Teensy Man sounds a lot better. But yeah, I was like, okay, that dude over there, the original one, is green, and that's kind of awesome. This one is in the style of Rayman, which is even more awesome. Yeah, that was my logic at that point, and I just wanted to say, yeah, it's Teensy Ray! Yeah, head of the fan club. So this guy probably says something different if you grab onto him with every character, like costume and stuff. So I guess I should probably do that at some point, but nah.